Did you know the youth bracket starts at 30?
I thought it was like 35.
That's what I thought. Coffee is not gold. Coffee is better than gold. There is a lot of money in coffee. You don't need to be a farmer. Your social capital will move you. When I started my company, everyone was like, now we can support you. If someone is proud of you, they will say at least 4 or 5 lines about your business. When you're 30 and you have a very beautiful journey, a career that is out there and people admire it. So people tend to think that you do not respect me. To the girl that had misinterpreted this and thought that a career woman doesn't have a man behind her, slow down. You can't be poor and indisciplined. Yes, I do have a man and I also believe in marriage institution, but a girl shouldn't be pressured to get married.
Welcome to Gather Now Network. We Need to Talk podcast. My name is Emmanuel and it's always a joy to have you guys with us. We have a lot of exciting things that we talk about, things that help you grow as a person, things that will help you, just make yourself great in the community. And speaking about greatness, our guest for today is someone great. She has been around for a while. She has been in the media field and then took a turn and ended up into something totally different. Jackeline, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
It's really a joy to have you here. I think one of the first things that caught me about you was the hair, bringing back the pro.
Yeah, the African style, yeah.
Really nice. I would like to think that you started the year with maybe a couple of resolutions, a couple of goals that you wanted to meet. So have you met any in the first 2 months? Or is it like these gym people who are like, you know what? My God is a calorie burner. We shall deal with
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, so are there any goals that you've met so far? Anything that you can share with us?
Yeah, I think to begin with, thanks for hosting me. And I usually do my whole work of that, looking back, looking ahead of me in November. I don't do that in Jan because I feel like, the year has already begun and you're going to waste your time or you passed your time planning for the year that has already started. So you're practically late. So yes, I have. And one is that I'm getting married.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'd like to believe we're invited. Everyone on the we're invited for the wedding, guys.
And the reason I'm saying is that somehow I think people thought that it is something that I had not considered. And, at my age, people think when you're working hard, the pressure is on in the society. The society police is out there saying, you should get married. And to us, the young ladies that work hard, you're working hard, you're chasing your career. So people assume you're not dating. People assume you're a feminist. And I'm not, by the way. I'm not a feminist in any way. I protect everyone. Let it be girl child, let it be boy child. And it's because I've realized feminists say things that I don't agree with. So, and it has also been labeled in a funny way. But when you're 30 and you have a company, you have what running, you have a very beautiful journey, a career that is out there and people admire. So people tend to think that you do not respect me. But also from a personal point is that I could not mix the two to have my man out there in the media. And I don't think you'll see that. I don't think you'll see that.
We will. On that day we will see.
Yeah, you will see him, but you will not have him like the way you have coffee every day or my career out there in media. So I think to the girl that had misinterpreted this and thought that a career woman doesn't have a man behind her, you're wrong. So yes, I do have a man and I also believe in marriage institution, but I also believe that a girl shouldn't be pressured to get married. I wasn't pressured. I married when I was ready. I'm getting married because I'm ready. So that's one. Number 2 is that for our company as Jada is that every entrepreneur, let me tell you, every entrepreneur, the moment you end a year, you enter another one. Doesn't matter whether you enter it in debts or you're alive. As long as you have not closed your company, and I don't know how your RSB does it. I was wondering if people even go back to your RSB to close those companies that they start. But as long as you have not closed your company and packed your bags and said, to hell with this, you started a new year, it means there is hope for that company. So yes, it is one of the achievements that Jada Coffee is still open and it's still serving its clients. Health-wise, yeah, I think I had lost diet last year. I can't say I was growing fat, but I was healthy. So yeah, and people complained, like real, like they were like, oh my God, that is you, oh, the chubby cheeks and everything. And I'm like, oh really? They're like, that's too much.
Don't tell them life was good.
They're like, just a little. You know, you have to tone down a little. So, but now you can see I'm back to a model. That's true. And lastly, is that God is still on my side. I can feel it in my bones, in my soul. Yeah, God is still on my side.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
I mean, marriage is one of the most important things, of course. Especially, like you said, for ladies entering into your 30s, there's always this thing of, like you said, the moral police, telling you get married and all these things. But yeah, no pressure. Ladies, no pressure to get married. Take your time, build your life. Yeah, to a point whereby you feel like, you know what, I think it's time. And I also think, you need to pray about these things. Just don't enter marriage as it is, yeah? Yeah,
you pray, but even the people that have prayed, the things can go to the east. But you pray and you ask God what you want and you get it. But truth is, I am not a marriage expert, and I believe that even if I'm not into relationships, like this is the area where I don't like giving advice because it's totally different. Relationships are totally different. You will enter into a relationship. I usually see one of the boys mentorship. I think he runs a boys mentorship program, a good Tessa. And I think I disagree with almost 90%. But I'm like, whoever feels that that's how they want to do it, do it. If you are in a relationship and your man hates Luombo, don't force Luombo on him because you had that. The man, the men who don't eat Luombo. There are men who eat Luombo. So when it comes to relationship, I think it's communication, you two understanding each other. Once you understand each other, then you know what to do. Otherwise, kneeling down for a man or even babysitting a man, you could be doing exactly what they hate. So I don't want to say I'm an expert in relationship because people will be like, oh, she said, she was this and this and this, and then no, I can't go there.
Right. Speaking about being an expert, I think, let's get into that part where you're actually an expert. Over time, I think, talking earlier, you talked about you worked in radio, you worked in TV, at some point a beauty queen, and you worked on Smart 24 TV. I think that was like a 24-hour business channel. You've been with Record TV. And then one day we just hear that, you know what, she has changed from the media field into coffee. I mean, most people would change, let's say, from media to PR to film, to podcasting. All right, but yours was like a total change into the coffee sector. So what inspired that change, and how is it going so far?
It's going well. What inspired it is that from Smart 24 TV, which is a 24/7 business channel, purely business. So I used to travel a lot and I used to read a lot about business in Uganda and internationally, because you can't hear the business channel, you're not so informed about business. And sometimes you would be shocked, business is good. I know people like entertainment news, but I found business more entertaining and more educative, like something that I had not. As a beauty pageant, I was more into tourism. So I used to know what happens in the tourism industry more than I think that means like I was all over. Because when I get into something, I really dig deep. So that I'm trying, I'm like, oh, let me just, no, I go deep. So I go into business and I realized that coffee is not gold. Coffee is better than gold. Gold, if I asked you for gold right now, even if I'd say deliver in 5 years, I have a deal for you. Believe me, you might never even deliver.
That's true.
Okay? And it's a complicated business. But for coffee, if I asked you in 4 or 5 years, I need coffee, you would get coffee. You can even grow it in your garden. With 5 years, 3 to 5 years, you have your first harvest. Okay? So which is very easy. But guess what? It is the most traded commodity. You get? And I noticed, guess what? Uganda is number 7. But everywhere I went, no one knew about Uganda producing coffee. But here with our statistics, you see us, exporting 5 million bags, 6 million bags. And ICO, International Coffee Organization, and other coffee organizations rating us the best, number 2 in Africa. But when you step out, the only thing they know about Uganda is Idi Amin and the longest serving president. So you're like, but hold on, you guys. We do have coffee. And then you come back in Uganda and coffee is dominated by foreign companies, the multinationals. So you even go down to find out what the problem is, what is the problem. And I noticed that, wait, coffee is being promoted in a funny way that it will not get money for everyone in the entire chain. Especially our Ugandans, like real Ugandans, not that you shifted and came to Uganda and then get a passport or something, or opened a company. So I was like, we need to promote more of coffee. This country needs to be known for coffee. And we have young people who are good at promotion. Look at you. You have a podcast, okay? Now, tell me which movie or most podcasts you've seen that they have water, they have a cup of coffee on the table. So I was like, young people are looking for jobs, but they're seated on gold. There is a lot of money in coffee. You don't need to be a farmer. You can be in marketing. You can be in print, okay? Artwork for coffee. You can be like the way you have these podcasts, you're talking about coffee. And so I was like, hold on, this is money. But why is it that no one has done it? You know, they say, if you see any market, and you're like, oh my God, this is untapped market. They say, try it, and then you will know why it is untapped market. Like, you will be like, oh, so this is the reason why people don't get into this. So what I did was to dig deep and find out. So I found out that the people in the coffee sector, the Ugandans in the coffee sector, the majority of smallholder farmers, 1.2 million smallholder farmers, and they are not interested in marketing and value addition, because to them, whatever they are receiving is enough. Imagine a farmer who receives 5 million or 6 million, relying on fertile soils, good climate and everything, and transports it on a bicycle and sells it. So practically he's like, this is free money. So he's contented. He's like, no, you're telling him, oh, you can do better if you add fertilizers. He's like, I get money put in the farm, yet I've been getting this. So they don't. So I said, hold on, how about we connect all this? That's why I believe in Uganda we have to connect all the players so that the farmer knows that I'm supplying Jackie, but where does Jackie take the coffee, which is called traceability. So as long as all the players are surviving on their own, a farmer is on his own, the barista is on his own, the transporter is on his own, banks are on their own, like everyone is scattered, we are not going to achieve much. So I said, let me join the sector, be vibrant in the sector, focus on value addition, focus on promotion, that is more of domestic consumption, and even globally. If you've noticed, I have at least tried my level best. Even when I step out of this country, believe me, the first thing they recognize is not like you who knows about me and you say you are a beauty queen, but they will say Madam Coffee. Some people don't even know my name. They'll say, oh, Madam CEO, you're in coffee. So I'm like, that's the same thing I want for Uganda. That each time you mention Uganda, someone would be like, that's coffee. So after all that, I said, let me start a company and it will be different. Because in Uganda, if you ask for beer companies and even brands, believe me, they're off your fingertips, whether you take beer or not. But if you say coffee, everyone says, oh yeah, coffee. And guess what? People will be like, Nescafe. I'm like, excuse me? We have about 400 kind of brands. And I'm glad that young people are getting into this. I started buying with 8 million, and when I tell people I sound more like a motivational speaker, that's not. And I even say that's a lot. If I had known, I would have started with 3-4 million. So I said, no. This has to change. People need to know coffee brands. You don't need to know only Jada Coffee. There is Lugeo, there is there is Chica, there is blah, 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 blah. Mention them. So that when we as coffee brands get out there, we are not fighting.
Yeah.
The market is huge. Actually, what motivated me, I apologize to media. This sounds offensive, but media in Uganda by then had no money. Now, I don't know. You tell me. It had no money.
Yeah.
You were seated there, you're spending hours, and there is a kind of status where people want to see you. You're a presenter, you're a beauty queen. They want to see your hair neat, your nails done. They want to see you well dressed up. So, and driving or cruising the most expensive cars. But your salary is 600,000. And you should be sleeping in posh places, you know. And the parties, man. Party after party. And then you have to dress well for those parties. Like, there is a lot to impress. But the salary. And the worst part is that every media house will tell you they are promoting you. Oh, we are promoting your talent. I've even seen people at 40 being told they are promoting. So I was like, no. And there's a lot of pressure. You know, the viewership, the performance, your program is not being sponsored, and then the pressure. And then even the environment, it is toxic. You move, by then, I remember, I read the paper, was still there. You just move out and you read a story about you, and you're like, do I have a twin? Because that's not me. But one thing I know about the world, when any article is about you, they believe in it. When it's about them, it's not true. So it's only you who knows the truth. And with time, that really has a great impact on you.
That's true.
Whether you like it or not. People say, oh, negative publicity is publicity. But I can tell you, with time, I reached a point and I shut the whole world down. Like, you would not, even up to this day, if you read anything about me in the newspaper, bad or good, I tell you, by the time you read it, it means I have
done.
Yeah, so do not send it to me to ask me whether it is true or not. Because the Jackie you know, ask yourself, the Jackie you know, would they do that? And give yourself the answer. So I found that I was living in a kind of world that never existed. It was so delusional. You know, the kind of effort I was putting in to be on air, makeup, your skin, and it's plastic, you know. And then you get off the camera, and people are like, oh my God, can you imagine we met Jackie eating in that local restaurant? I think she no longer has money.
You can't live your own life,
You can't live your own life. And you're judged at all costs.
True.
So I said, no, I need money. I like good life. Believe me, people who have seen me and lived with me, I love good life. And I want to work for it. So I said, no, let me go into coffee. I had done a lot of savings. I knew where to go, and I used my social capital. Even up to this day, I can tell you, all that social capital came from that. And that is why it is important for any person, it doesn't matter whether you're young, because I'm no longer young. Did you know the youth bracket stops at 30?
I thought it was like 35.
That's what I thought.
So they reclassified it and put it down to 30.
They didn't I think we assumed.
We assumed it
stops at 30. So you're no longer a youth if you are.
So after 31, you're just a senior citizen?
I think.
Almost. Somewhere there in the middle.
I think even they cannot arrest you from Brazil. I think they arrest you from something, I don't know. Because they make it sound like you're among the retired kind of. So on that note, that is why I'm encouraging every person. Use your social capital. Make friends. If anyone insists to be your enemy, let them be. But your social capital will move you. When I started my company, everyone was like, now we can support you. Companies are like, bring your coffee. And they didn't know how to drink coffee. But I had to teach them. That's why you will see more of my clips and more of my posts that are about consumption. Like I have to teach them. I realize that Ugandans are not into coffee.
We're not tea people.
We are tea people, porridge per se. Tea, porridge, milk, mention it. So I said, I have to teach them. So I used my social capital to get to where I am. And the advantage that you have with your social capital is to know how to use it. The business of bragging and saying, oh, I know Jackie, I know Emma, I know so-and-so, I know Alex, I know, Marion, I know... No, it doesn't work. Let me tell you, if you have any number that is useless to you in your phone, contact or blah, 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 phone book, get them a coffee date and ask them, how can I be of help to you, or you can be helpful to me? Because it is useless for you to have all those contacts. And people say Gambanogo. But I tell people that if Gambanogo was not important, why is it that on your CV at the end of the day, what do you put?
Yeah, you have to drop it there somehow.
You say, in case you do not trust the above, you call
such and such. Yeah.
In a bank, your next of kin is your Gambanogo. In a bank, you need a loan. Your next person, the person, your security, your guarantor is who? Is Gambanogo. That's why they say wherever you go in life, you need someone. True. Even in baptism, you have them. You are aware. Even in life, that's why you said marriage, even in life, you have someone. There is no way you're going to walk your journey without it.
True.
That's why you see even the companies, when they are opening, they have directors. If they don't have 2 directors or 3, they will have a board. Even when they have 3 directors, they will have a board. They will have that. So practically, you need people for you to move. This business of opening wars, like it's Russia, Ukraine, every time you're like, do you know who I am? By the way, they don't joke with me. No, you know I'm self-made. No, there's nothing like self-made, darling. It's lonely at the top. So I used my social capital and it got me to where I am right now. I am a very straightforward person. So people will tell you that I will call you and I say, man, I don't see my coffee in your office. And then I'll be like, no, you don't drink coffee. I'm like, I wasn't asking about you. I was asking about the people that visit this office. Don't they drink coffee? And they're like, but Jackie, okay, fine, bring it. Whether it's sympathy, whether it is what, the fact is that I've made sales. It's up to you. So I'm like, but hold on, I know so-and-so is your friend. Yeah, I would like to have a meeting with them. And people ask me how I meet these people. It's because I meet this one and I ask them to introduce me to the other one and the other one, like that. And I also help them. Yeah. Whether rich people have problems that we can solve. You know, like running errands. Yeah. They're like, oh, I have an event. Yeah, but I'm so tied up. I don't think I'll have time. Like, what kind of event is it? I have a baptism, but I need a decorator. I need this, I need this, I need this and this. You're like, look at me. People think I'm a CEO and blah, blah, blah. Believe me, you will be shocked. I'll be down there looking for these things like service providers, putting them together for the Gambanogo. And I'm like, I deliver. And they're like, let me pay you. I'm like, no. Just know when I need that payment, I'll let you know. And they're like, really? You don't want any money? I'm like, no, don't give me your money. And then the next day I asked you for an appointment with a person.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, that's how you help out. Things that you can really help out, please do. Be useful to these people. Because the people up there, what do they need? They just need a loyal person.
That's very true.
A loyal person they can give grub to take to their child at school because they don't have time. A loyal person who is going to stand in for them. They are away and they need this check delivered to the bank, but they need someone they can trust. That's how I do it. I help out. I help out my people. People know me. Even when you're sick, I'll come and sit the whole day. Even when you have family and you say, go back home, I'll say, I'm here for you. And I don't do it because I don't love people. I do love them. But I've realized the whole, I think I can say, essence of doing this is being human. Ubuntu. If you're not being good to the people, they're not going to be good to you. And if there is any exchange, it will be in the same measure. So if you ask for money, they will also ask you for money. When you need the favor. They'll be like, do you have the money? You're like, no. Then they'll be like, So that's why it's important to have social capital and confidence. Yeah, young people are not confident. What I say is that I can be a girlfriend, I can be a wife, I can be a mother's union, I can dress up like anything. I can do all that. Why? If you're visiting a mosque, why do you dress up like you're going to a club? You know your friend is Muslim, has invited you for an event at their home. You're all dressed up like you're going to a club. And you know what you say? No, they know this is me. I am not Muslim. I'm not Catholic. I'm not Christian. People will get embarrassed because of you. So they will not introduce you to
other
And I'm talking about these events like corporate events, you show up or someone calls you at their home. Lately, even in Uganda, funerals are networking events.
Yeah.
Have you noticed?
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah. So for you, you're going for
politicians.
So for you, someone has passed on and you go dressed in a funny way. How are they going to introduce you to their colleagues? So wherever you go, before I was talking about confidence, it goes with a dress code. Dress well. I know you like dreads. Get them neat. It's your hair like this. Get it neat. Respect your circles and friends. Once you go there, they'll be like, oh, by the way, have I introduced you, Jackie? Yeah, Jackie is in coffee. Let your friends know what you do so that they don't run out of words and say she can talk for herself. The moment someone introduces me like that, I usually take them out for coffee and I'm like, by the way, I need to tell you what I do. They're like, I know. I'm like, no worries. But deep down, I'm like, the last time you introduced me, you said, I can speak for myself. If someone is proud of you, they will say at least 4 or 5 lines about your business. She does A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. And by the way, she's good. Even her office is in Tida. Your office is also in Tida. Why can't you people? But the moment they say, oh, she can talk for herself. By the way, Jackie, what do you do? Just know they don't know. So make them know what you do.
That's very true.
And then they introduce you. Now, when they introduce you, you need to follow up. If you're in that conversation and they do not exchange context, be like, oh, by the way, here is my business card. Oh, by the way, can I have your number? And then they're like, oh, you're like, how are we going to connect? I was just figuring it out. Smiling. You're like, how are we going to connect with that? Numbers. And when they give you their numbers, respect their space. You can't call people past 6. Me, you don't call me past 5, by the way.
Past 5 p.m.
I'll look at it. Who are you? I mean, do you have $1 billion or $1 million? Or what are you looking for? So I must have that relationship with you for you to be able to call me past 5, past 6. And that relationship is built over. So when someone gives you their contact, it's an important person. Forget this thing of saying you're with the boys and it's a right, or like you want to show them that you know so and so, and then you call them. No. Respect their space. Call them when it is right. Text them when it is right. And your language, the way you communicate with Jackie is not the way you're going to communicate with these people, no matter how comfortable they make it look like. People want to be worshipped. I see people say, oh, don't kiss so-and-so's ass. You will kiss everyone's ass up to the top. Even people at the top, they do it. I'm telling you, that is why we go to church and pray. We're kissing God's ass. We're like, God, please. You need to know that those people need to be worshipped. In a way that you respect their spaces. And when they call on you, be there. Don't start saying, oh, you called when I was, it's kind of tight. You better be on the weighing scale and you're sure that you're not the one who needs them. Because me, when some people call me, I drop whatever I was doing. I'll be like, hold on. Do I need this or this? I weigh and I'm there. But there are people who will call me and I'm like, you need me more than that. So set up an appointment. No, I don't say no. I say set up an appointment. So that's connection. At the same time, discipline. You can't be having all those connections. People want to attach themselves with people they know, not people who have drama. You've seen the exhibitions lately. I can tell you with this interview, in the next 15 years when I'm a minister or something, they'll say, and I appoint you. They'll say, no, these have known each other. It's nepotism or it is what tribal. Then they relate. You see, they hosted each other back in 2024 and then Jackie was young and then they connected. So you avoid scandals, I avoid scandals. So that in the future, people do not have something to use against us. Because when you're in those circles, oh God, your enemies are not seated. There's a time I took a picture with a gentleman and I think I've never posted again. And I don't think I even told that gentleman because everyone came to my DM, to my email, and said, what the hell? What did you just do? Do you know this gentleman? How? Why? Pull it down. And I said, I don't do Palanilako for your own information.
So but,
I left it up. I don't do Palanilako, believe me. People know it. If you're in a battle, fight your battles. It's when the other person comes into my space that I will fight.
Right.
Unless you come after my family. My family, that one, I'll come after you. But friends, my friend hasn't called me on a war, and besides, I don't know what you guys were fighting about, so it's you two to sort yourselves out. So what I'm trying to say is that you can't be in circles and you have drama. You've been arrested, people are claiming this and this and this. You will have those contacts and they will never be useful to you. Yeah, they will not. Even when you call them and you say, can I need a favor? They're like, this guy. So that's how you make connections, and that's how you make use of your connections. And those connections will lead you to open doors. Like, you will not find a closed door anywhere because you know someone there, or you know someone who knows someone there.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we need to put this in an ebook because I think everyone out there needs to, listen to these things. You talked about stuff like discipline, social capital, and I think social capital is one of the things that people take for granted. All right, like you were saying earlier, if I can make a phone call to you and it's of no help, then both of us are really in a bad situation, yeah. But if I can call you and you help me, I help you, so that we get to somewhere in this journey that we have, yeah, it's an important thing. You talked about the Gamba no go,
yeah.
And I like the perspective that you brought out because people think it's privilege,
no,
right? Yet it's something that you can actually build over time, and I think it's not only from the western side of the country,
Yeah.
Every part of this country has its own kind of tag, yeah? But it's not privilege. It's something that you can actually build over time that can work for you, different strategies like you talked about it. You talked about confidence. I think, from just what you said, you're a very confident person. By the time you can call someone and say, boss, my coffee is not in your office. You know what's happening? That's really confidence. And most young people in businesses, especially those who start out, their confidence levels are very low. They feel like they need to beg for things to happen for them. I think there might be a time to beg.
They do.
But you don't really have to beg if you have a good product. Yeah. Talk about entrepreneurship. Like you switched again from TV to coffee. I believe that there's a lot of stuff that you had to learn. Right?
I'm still learning.
You're still learning, yeah. So were there like some courses you had to do? Did you have a couple of mentors here and there who guided you into this whole coffee business?
Yeah. So fact is, every sector you go into, now to anyone who plans into venturing into something new, I need to inform that what you read is totally different from what is on the ground. Doesn't matter how many books you're going to read. Doesn't matter who you're going to talk to. Just get into the sector. You'll be like,
should have won.
But somehow, I call them like puzzles. Like when you're doing puzzles, I do puzzles a lot, even on my phone and everything. So books are like puzzles, scattered puzzles, and then you have to put the pieces together, and you realize they're not working out. Yeah. So until you enter the sector, that's when you get the right piece. So when I entered, the first person, and up to this day, I think I owe him my entire business, is Jared Katabazi. Now, Jared Katabazi in Uganda is not known like he should be known. I think the coffee sector, if we had a museum, Jared Katabazi should be there. If it wasn't Jared Katabazi, I wouldn't be in the coffee sector with a successful company. I call it successful because I've been here, man.
For a while.
Yeah.
7 years? 7, 8 years?
No, 7.
Yeah, 7
Yeah.
years.
So let me tell you something. Jared is not a selfish man. Now go to Chikubo, or even you guys, I see these guys in production. If you ask them to train you how they edit or their camera, do you know how they safeguard their camera? It's like a car. They're like, you see my camera lens, by the time how you handle it, I'm not comfortable. So when you're hiring it, some camera people usually say, oh, you're hiring me too. I have to come with my camera to operate it. But Jared will call you to a roaster, you roast, you do everything. He will teach you hands-on. And he's not selfish. Downtown Chikowo, if you ask someone, oh, I see you have these glasses, where do you import them from? They will say China. Now, should I go to the entire China looking for glasses? They will not give you that plug. Same with most businesses in boutiques. You see them here with beautiful boutiques. They get that from Chikowo downtown, but they will not take you there.
Yeah, true.
So you will have to find a way. But Jared is different. Jared calls you at his place, teaches you, sits you down, Every day you go there, he tells you this is where you can. He gives you even his sources for coffee. He teaches you, this is the price. I can negotiate for you. For 2-3 years that all of you never knew that I had a company, I was with Jared. I was learning. And he sat me down and he taught me the business, how it runs. And I was like, Jared, how come? If you go there, you'll find Jared has, I can say, it's a hub for almost 50 companies. 50 companies that I know that have come out of Jared's, actually I can say volcano. Trains you, teaches you, and then until you're ready to fly on your own or to walk on your own. And then even then, he never gives up on you. Jared is someone I can call and I say, oh, you know what? I'm short of coffee and I don't have time and I don't have what. So can you please give me like 10 kgs for this special order? And he will do it. You know, he would do it without even asking you for money or asking you for anything. And he will brand it and make sure that he delivers it the way it is. So Jared taught me that, and that is why even in my company, I do it for others. If I could get that, so why should I be, you know, like, I paid for it? No, I also pass it on to other members. But also farmers inspired me. I think you should do a farm visit with your team.
Yeah, we actually had planned to do a farm visit.
Because when you visit farmers, it's a different story. It inspires you, to motivate you. When you see the sweat, when you see how ignorant they are of value addition. And people usually say, the farmers don't get an equal share. And I'm like, yeah, they don't. But we also know the ones that getting even the small that they get, they're not making use of it. Yeah, you know, they will go to the nearest Kafunda or Baraza and they buy alcohol, and they have children who are not educated and they are struggling with bills. So you're like, if I gave this farmer, and which I don't agree with the government, that if you gave this farmer who has been misusing 1 million, if you give them 10 million, what makes you think? So you're like, first educate them, you know, educate them, sensitize them. Because financial literacy, even the corporates, even the people that have gone to school, that's why someone tells you, I see them saying it a lot on Twitter. When you tell them save, they're like, what should I save? But from Friday to Sunday, even Sunday has brunch. You know, back then, people who are 30, whatever used to happen on Sunday. Even going to a bar, church home. If you're not at church, stay home. You can't even visit another family. Sunday is gazetted to be at home, but I can tell you the programs in urban areas for Sunday more than Friday. There is a brunch, there is what? Then there is what? Then all this night, there is what? Cowgirl, dress code, So, this same person is going to, I even see them sharing, you know, receipts, how they have spent. Kudugaza meza. And you know, I've told people that the events I don't go to, like my friends usually want me to go to, and I'm like, man, I hate dressing up. I'm like, when you go there, we have this paparazzi. Now there is a media house, I can't mention, that replaced red paper. They will take a picture of you and it will go out there and...
your brand is...
Yeah, your brand is all over. So you see people buying clothes. Back then in my time, we only used to buy clothes for Christmas. That's the time you would think you need a nice shoe, you need... Now, every weekend someone is out there looking for an outfit for that particular event on Sunday. But when you tell this person that saving is not saving 1 million, it's not saving 500, it's not saving 2 million, it's saving 50 shillings. Saying in a day, I am saving these 50 shillings. When you achieve saving 50 shillings, you will say, like me, I usually say, oh, this year I'm not buying bags. This year I'm not taking soda. This year I'm not buying anyone a drink. This year I'm not buying birthday gifts. I'm going to save this money. That's how I have been, you know, teaching myself how to save. So when you teach them to save, they don't. What I'm trying to say is financial literacy, even to us who have seen the blackboard or the ones that are studying on tabs and projectors and everything, we have failed. So imagine a farmer, a coffee farmer, you're giving them 10 million. That is why you see most of these government projects, they fail. You give them the money, they chop it. Because our farmers, the setting does not allow them.
Yeah, it's not favorable for
It's
them.
not favorable. For them, they will go to the bar. Naya dugaze meza. After that, they go back home. And because now, in urban, we buy food, right?
Yeah.
In rural areas, they don't. They grow food.
Yeah.
They even have a lot. Sometimes they are stuck with it. So, in urban, if it wasn't for food, some of you would not be working. If it wasn't for rent, some of you would be not working.
Yeah.
The reason you work is because you know 31st your landlord is going to send you a WhatsApp message.
And you have
Even if he says hello without even adding the purpose of that, you will know. You will start calling, hey, can you lend me about 500? In Kampala, when you don't have what to drink, believe me, you will wake up in the morning, you want to go to work. Now, imagine what motivates the people in rural areas. He's sleeping in a house that he inherited, I don't know, from generations to generation. He's having a big farm, milk is there. You're struggling with a liter of diluted milk. He has milk. He has cassava. You people buy banana at what? He has banana. You're struggling with the labor, you know?
He has enough labor.
Labor, because why? Maybe it is a polygamous family. Maybe it is, you know, these families that rely on each other. So he doesn't pay for labor. So for you, Jada Coffee, you have to pay your workers. He just makes a call to one of his wives and says, send the children this holiday to my place. You understand? That's how extended families and polygamous families work. Now, they do not pay for that. No, everything is for free. They are riding a bicycle to the nearest center. Thanks to NRM, there is even a rare that has come, but they don't use it. No, they don't. Even the solar, it's us who are educated, and those ones that are lucky, they have daughters on Kuchala, they bring you a solar panel. That is when you're gifted with that. So that person is not motivated enough. Even their money, even if we increase it to 10 million, that farmer is not going to. So what did Jada Coffee do? I got inspired. I said, I need to do better. That is why we at Jada Coffee say that when a farmer supplies you coffee worth 5 million, you retain about 30% of it. You're like, wait, we have partnered with the school where your children go to. We have partnered with the hospital where your children usually take your children. Would you like to recommend any hospital or school? And we use that 30% to pay directly to these schools and health centers. We don't have hospitals in our area. We have health centers. So you help, and for them, I think it is for free. That is surprising. We are like, we're taking 30%, but they're like, oh my God, how do you do it? You pay school fees, you pay what? They even say, I no longer pay that. Jada Coffee pays for my children. But in actual sense, they're the ones
paying.
Yeah, because we realize that when they take the money, they don't pay. And the kind of view when you come and you see this farmer who is in a grass-thatched house and Jackie who is cruising maybe a Benz or Range Rover, you'll be like, Jada Coffee is taking advantage of this farmer. No, I'm not. So to take away that picture, we've said, no, let's step up and help them. And for mothers, we've been helping because we know women are the ones that shape the whole world. So we provide services that, as Jada Coffee, you would be shocked that we do, to sensitize women about family planning. Because we notice that men, you don't care. What you care about is sex. So it's up to a woman to make sure that she's not pregnant. So we do trainings, because our 5% who pays, the 5% profit of Jada Coffee goes to that. It's our CSR. So we organize these trainings and tell women, yes, men love sex. Your husband wants sex. But we don't think your husband will chase you away for not giving birth to the 7th child. You already have 4 or 6. Now, then they're like, really? Yeah, we're like, we teach you, there is this, there is... We work with them, the journey. And family planning is funny. Ministry of Health or whatever, I think they're not doing their job. They apply this and the lady's like, oh my God, I was throwing up. Oh my God, I was doing this. Oh my God, this happened, the side effects. So we make sure that we work with them, the journey, where the health center or the service provider advises them on what they can use. And with that, we assure that at least the 7 or 6 kids that we're taking care of, even the coffee that is coming in, these children will be able to go to school, will be able to access basic needs without struggling.
Yeah.
Because if you're on 1 acre and you're producing 3 or 10 kgs, which is not good, we are like, now, how are we going to maintain this? So as Jada Coffee, that's what motivated me to get these people out of poverty with the little they have. That's where I differ with the government. The president has been emphasizing value addition. Do you know the cost of value addition? Value addition is not you relying on fertile soils and good weather.
Yeah.
Value addition is money.
Yeah.
Even by the time you say it is money. Value addition is management.
Yeah.
Now, do you know what it means when you're talking to a farmer to manage 10 kids? This farmer has been managing his children and wives. So you're telling this farmer to manage workers. We are talking about even 7. Even right now, if you go to corporate companies, the most struggling department is the HR department. Why? There's a lot of ego. We are not paid well. Managing people is scarce.
Yeah, it's really hard.
So you're asking this farmer who has no absolutely idea of no experience. For him, he has been commanding because he's a man. Oh, bring that cup and everyone. No, the worker, you cannot talk to me like you talk to your kids. That's why we even say it. But, oh, excuse me, you can't talk to me like you're talking to your kids. You've heard that phrase before.
Yes.
So now you're asking this farmer that he will command and say, number 2, money. You need to know that value addition needs equipment that comes with it. You're not going to tell this farmer that you're going to get your coffee and do what with it. So the moment you tell a farmer that, oh, you need to buy this equipment, that's the day they desert you. Like, they're like, now this one wants to steal from. Why? Because you're telling them to come to Kampala. If you're not telling them to come to Kampala, you're telling them to go to the nearest town that is developed to buy this machine. Now, to operate the machine, I remember that I bought iPhone in 2022. But I tell you, I cannot buy an iPhone. It's not user-friendly. My Samsung, I could download any app and what. This one, it tells me this app is not, you can't, what. What I'm trying to say is everyone wants something that is user-friendly. I don't have to go on a course for me to learn how to use a phone.
Yeah.
So a farmer is not going to enter into value addition. This farmer, this particular farmer. So you have to wait for a generation like for the jackies. Now, what is funny is that the young people are leaving those rural areas to come to cities to study.
Yeah.
Now, after studying, they're not going to be patient with a perennial crop.
Yeah.
You know? No one will sit there waiting for 4 million after 3-4 years.
No one is that patient in this generation.
Even if they are patient, the economy is not. Your landlord is not patient with you.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend is not. You're not going to tell me that the reason I can't go to Saloon is because you brew coffee and you're waiting for it.
For 5 years.
For 5 years, you're like, be patient with me. No, I'm not your wife. I'm your girlfriend. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is that gone are the days where we all used to rely on people saying, even people no longer send food. You know, your mother, does she send food anymore?
No.
Gone are the days when people in the village used to send us food. Lately, you have to beg or visit them for them to even send
The
food to you. So what is happening is that the young people are getting into other sectors. That is why you see more of IT taking people.
Yeah.
That is why you see more of young girls going into fashion, going into modeling, going into, faster money. I go on TikTok, I send a video, I ask Jada Coffee that you come and put your cup here and you give me my money, I go home. It's as simple as that. That's what they want.
Yeah.
So what we're telling the government is that whether you like it or not, unlike the government or where in institutions where you have to appoint, in my family, it's me who is going to inherit that land. Now, I'm not going to inherit that land to maintain coffee trees if they are not beneficial to me. So time will come when this land will be owned by young people. Will they shift from urban areas back to all in the name of my father left to me 20 acres of coffee trees?
No, they'll probably sell the land. Yeah.
You might even put a cafe A bar or apartments, you're like, lately I think real estate is big business. The coffee trees, gone. The banana, gone. The sugar, gone. And you have a building there.
Yeah.
Now, where does that leave the food?
Yeah.
We will have no food.
What's that importing food, yet we had food?
Exactly, we have more borders. So as Jada Coffee said now, we need to make agriculture like, look at me, do I look like a farmer? But I'm in the sector and I'm earning. And I think I'm earning better than those that think that agriculture, there is no money. So I said, this business of us telling us that, you know what, I have to go to the farm, practically dig, no. Let me provide a market for this farmer. And this young man who has inherited 10 or 50 acres of coffee, I guarantee them market. And you know, young people, for us, we want to see. That is why you see all these pyramid schemes. They come and tell you, I have a Range Rover and what, and young people will believe. Yeah. They believe by seeing. Just wear a suit, drive a Range Rover, you become a motivational speaker. So that, and whether you like it, that's what young people want to see. Yeah, so if Jackie is in the coffee sector and young people admire Jackie, it means they will come in the sector. Yeah. But if you keep bringing these old bazei on TV with the shabby shirts and what, the young person will be like, man, I don't want to be like that. And then you tell them that I have a fat bank account, but they don't see it. And you know, young people, there is a time that one of my staff, back then when I was in TV, we used to be in Chikubu a lot. So one of my staff was like, what's wrong with these Chikubu guys? Do you know that guy is a millionaire, but he's driving a Corona? And then see how he's dressed. It's like, man, I can't have such money. I don't like such money. So what I'm trying to say is, as Jada Coffee, I said, no, we need to inspire young people. Because myself, I like good life, but I like working. Yeah. So what I do is to show parents that, man, don't be strict on this young man. If I can come, when I go to the farm, I put this off. If you see how I do my hair when I'm there, it's not like this. Yeah. Put bitutwa, do the work. After that, you can shower. I mean, you have bathtubs and shower. You shower and put on your expensive clothes and get off. Do not force them to stay in the village. If they have a weekend in here, let them do it. Don't say, oh, shift from Kampala back to Uganda. Yeah. So I've been showing the parents that if I can provide a market for your children's coffee and you and everyone, because even parents now call me and they're like, "Might talk to my son, talk to my daughter, show them that this is a good business." So that is what I've been doing as Jada Coffee, to inspire young people, to inspire parents and everyone, to ensure that at the end of the day, in the next 10, 50 years, we don't have
a big problem.
A gap.
A big gap, yeah. Very interesting. I think before we even get to one of the interesting things you say, iPhone gang, it's not important to have an iPhone.
It is important.
It is important, but it's always that for iPhone, Android.
Oh, God.
They sit on our heads because we have
You
Android.
struggle using it. I mean, if you're crossing from these other phones, you struggle. Yeah. I'm still struggling, by the way. I think I use it for calls and pictures because I use it. It's actually good on pictures and videos.
But we're coming to the end of the podcast, and just the last question. There are a lot of people who graduated. I think this week there was graduation at UMI for the master students. A month ago, I think Makerere graduated some students, and a couple of other universities. And like you talked about a big gap, right? We have all these people coming out, to look for jobs, but there are no jobs, all right? And then there's the people like you who are entrepreneurs and have been at it for 7 years and still growing. Yeah. So there are a couple of youth here and there who have started businesses, but I think there's a statistic that says that most businesses don't live to see
the third birthday,
even the first, right? 6 months, and you're like, you know what, this thing is not working. So for the youth out there who have started a business, who's struggling to make it in their first year of business, what would you tell them? What are some of those strategies that they can apply? Some that you've used that have kept you this long for 7 years?
Well, I think to begin with, adulthood is a scam. It's a scam, and a scam in Africa. It's horrible. Yeah, I pity them. But at the same time, I want to inform you that even if it is you who has a job, maintain that job. Do part-time jobs okay, and lower your expectations. My first job, I was earning 200,000, and within 6 months, I was at 800. Within a year, I was at 1.5. Yeah, but you can imagine I was a beauty queen. Believe me, you know what they usually say?
Right.
I'm a big person. I have a huge following. Yes, you have a huge following, but you have no money.
The finances are not
Yeah.
following.
So, yeah, I had a huge following as I was a hot cake. I was Miss Tourism, Ankole. So I was a hot cake in Western Uganda. And this radio station offered 200K for 1 hour. So it was little money. I was cruising, I was like, little money, but I went for it. So coming from campus, it doesn't matter whether you're an engineer and you've been studying for 4 years. How many years do they study? I don't know. So you're a doctor, and then you come, and then you want to end up on the streets. The government is at a fair. We need 400. I need to be paying 1.5. You're not going to get it. You know. So start with what is there.
Yeah.
Be good at it. Let me tell you, all of us are struggling. Don't look at Jack. I'm struggling, believe me. Where I am right now, I'm struggling. If I gave you my life to manage it, for even 5 seconds, you go back to being unemployed. Okay? But when you're from campus, get a job. Now, unlike doctors and engineers, I don't think, if you're not in that category, do any job. It doesn't matter whether it is cleaning, whether it is being a receptionist, whether it is doing what, be it.
Yeah.
And then you guys are lucky you're studying in Kampala, where you're studying with the ministers' kids. You're there, you're studying with the minister's kid, and all you do is to hate on this kid. To remind them they don't know poverty. Of course they don't. They don't.
Right.
So you're supposed to be in his circles. You're going home for Christmas. Nigga is offering you to come to his home for Christmas. Like in our culture at home, we do not spend Christmas somewhere else. That's why you're stuck with poverty. Break those rules. Yeah. Go to this
person's place.
Yes, and let them say, you know what, by the way, it is on, they call you, they're like, hi Jackie, how are you? By the way, Emma has been misbehaving and you're a good child. The last time you were here, we were impressed how you woke up at 6, washed dishes and went to church. For the first time we saw Emma in church. So they are starting to call you. Yeah. The parents are starting to call you because you're good influence. Yeah. So that means that you're making connections. That anytime you say, but minister, I'm struggling. Can I be your receptionist? So wherever you are, start there with those connections that you have. Sure. Start finding out the people that you have. Who are they? Now for you, you're there. You even before you know it, they will announce Jackie as a minister. You're like, hold on. I didn't know Jackie was this. Start knowing their ambitions and then at campus. Know who to work with. The moment you get out of campus, go back to discipline. Yeah. Most young people want to start their businesses right away. You no longer want to stay at home because, oh my God, how can I stay at home? But your discipline is so bad. Yeah. So here is the point. You're 5 people, but you cannot rent a place as one. You can rent it as 5. But because you're big-headed, you're the one who eats eggs at night. You're the one who plays loud music. You do not wash what? You eat people's things. Can't slow down. Eh? You can't be poor and indisciplined. Yeah. So gather with 5 people, rent a place. Okay? Yeah. When you're ready to rent your own, do that. For now, bera nempisa. Rent a place. If your friend is not comfortable with you coming at past 10, come on. By 6, be there. If he's not comfortable with you hosting people, do not host people. You're young, you're fresh from campus, do not do that. And then what will help you on those costs are your parents. If your parents are saying, stop alcohol, yes, your statuses. Yeah? We normally see a lot of, I block them by the way, they don't know, I hope they don't see them. There are some things I can't post and have them. Yeah, I post a lot of memes. By the way, my WhatsApp status is totally different from who I am. I like memes a lot. So my parents, that sometimes when I post, actually even now that I'm getting married, and one of my aunties, my favorite aunties said, you're going to have in-laws, so you need to stop posting these memes. And guess what I posted? I had seen a meme that says, oh, the mother-in-law was saying, we have not seen your nonsense this week. Please post for us. So Your parents, you need them. Fresh from campus, you need them. Even if it means going there for Sunday to pray for you to come back with a container of food, do it. Stay in touch with your parents. If you're entering into entrepreneurship, it's too early. You will struggle. You will struggle. You will struggle with your business. You will struggle with your girlfriend or boyfriend. You will struggle with the government. You will struggle. Get a job. Yeah. Let me tell you, as I conclude, if you can get a job, get a job. Entrepreneurship, my friend, it's hard. But if you are like us, for us, we are like, man, come rain, come sunshine, we are in it. And to the girl child, I know you want to achieve a lot. And now for you guys, you don't have pressure. You see him, they are all in black, dark colors. Yeah. Now, girls, you have to wear things. Look at me, I'm totally different from you. Now, girls are like, oh my God, I need to look good, or my nails, or da, 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 da. Now, let me teach you something. When I was at campus, I used to go downtown. I've forgotten, before the new tax park. Kaja. Yeah? There's a place they sell. Kaja. Yeah. So I used to buy there some things. Now, if you're a good stylist, you're very clean, wear nice perfumes, pick perfumes that are nice. There are cheap perfumes that are nice, guys. You can maintain that. But if you're going to say there is Gucci, you buy Gucci. Or you see Fabiola doing this and then that and then that, and you're fresh from campus. I'm thinking you're going to have 1,000 men sleeping on you to maintain that. Yeah. Lower your standards. You can. This one that I'm wearing, I bought it at 45,000. This. It's this that is expensive, and I don't think it is expensive for even the. Yeah, they wear more expensive things than I can. This is like 150. Yeah. So you can imagine I'm putting it on this. Yeah. But you can get these jackets downtown at 25,000.
Now a place that sells them at 10K.
Okay, you want to show people that I'm wearing. So what I'm trying to say to the girl child, it is important that I talk to the girl child. That is why I'm emphasizing. Yeah. Stop pressuring your girlfriend, your boyfriend. Stop thinking that the sugar daddies are going to give you that status, because they are not. One, also, you must ensure that you lower your expectations. Find a way to live that life that you want in an affordable way. Yeah. You can have your neat, small, I think they call it studio. Yeah, have your bed. I mean, you're young. Who expects you to drive a Range Rover? Those people that you see riding Range Rovers, you should ask them. So that's it. For the boy child, hustle.
Yeah, that's
hustle, because we are born to eat your money. Believe me, my man, I call him and I say, babe, I need a pizza today, and he will buy it. Yeah. Even when I can afford a pizza. Some days I can buy it, but some days I want my man to know that I'm relying on you for my pizza. True. Some days I'm like, babe, it's a bad hair day. What does that mean? It's like, go to the salon. So you, to the boy child, you must work hard. True. Work hard. True. That's it.
Thank you very much. I mean, all the stuff that you've said, like, again, guys, you have to make an ebook out of this. Yeah, but I just want to thank you for, one, coming, and also the work you do with Jada Coffee. Most of the times when you hear about coffee, you know, with this whole coffee feud in Uganda and Pineti here, and, you know, the parliament there's nothing that they really do for the person down there, the farmer, all right? Like you said, I mean, they will give them money here and there, but they'll never follow it up. They never go to check.
It's not a solution.
And then the farmers just caught up in a vicious circle of poverty, all right? But when there's people like Jada Coffee who are really taking care of everyone down there, it makes the whole chain, you know, from the crop to the cup, something very important, all right? So from us here, we just want to say thank you for taking care of the people down there, but also bring a lot of value to, you know, Ugandan coffee. I think, I don't know what number we are behind Ethiopia, second in Africa. Yeah. And I think Ethiopia has been at number 1 forever. We need to get there to that number 1. But I think with you, Jada Coffee, and a couple of other people, we're on the right track. Yeah. All right? Yeah. And lastly, again, for the girl child out there, get a book, get a pen, take notes at what you just said. And for the guys out there, if they don't call you babe to get something, you're in trouble. Right? Yeah, but thank you very much for coming. I know there's a lot of stuff I wanted us to talk about, but again, time is...
Just holler.
I will just holler.
Yeah.
Probably we'll come to the wedding and talk there. Yeah, but thank you very much. Lastly, what's the one quote that has kept you going this long?
This one I would need a whole day.
Yeah.
in explaining it, but it's not a quote, it's a Bible verse.
Yeah.
It says, I have confidence that I'll see goodness of God in the land of the living.
Yeah.
So whatever I'm going through, I have confidence. You know, most people tell us that, oh, there is heaven, as if there is a trophy in suffering here. So I'm like, why is it me? Other people are driving. So that's Psalms 27:13.
27:13.
Yeah. But it also says that if you can't see goodness here, me, that is why I've prayed that God, and I've also told God, I need money when I'm young, not when I'm 80, not when I'm 70. So that's the verse that keeps me going, that at least you will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living.
Amen to that. Thank you very much for listening and watching the podcast on Gather Now Network. I'll leave you guys with this, something that you said. You can't be broke and indisciplined. See you guys next time. Remember to subscribe to the podcast.